I would like to tell you about my new plugin that's called Sculptor, and it's a kind of a spectral delay. What that means is that you get a separate delay line for each of the 512 FFT bands. So basically it splits the incoming audio into 512, well, let's call them bands, and then applies a delay to each of them separate. So what does that mean in practice? So say I have sample playing. First thing I can do is edit use it as a sort of equalizer and edit the equalizer curve. So that's if you select the dry gain part of it, so I can isolate just a certain band of frequencies, for example, no matter how narrow. But that's pretty standard. You probably already have a plugin like that. So let's put it back in. So if you draw with the right mouse button, it will draw a straight line. So let us put dry gain down and explore the actual delay. So let's put the delay up. So again, with the wet signal, you also have the capability to edit the frequency gain. So right now we have a 30 millisecond delay, and even without going too deep into the spectral stuff, this is already quite useful because you can get quite unique delay effects just by editing the wet gain. So if I bring the dry back, standard delay, right? But I can delay just some part of it. I can get sort of very precisely EQ delays. But the fun starts once you start changing the delay time per band. So again, if I draw with the right mouse button, I can get a separate delay time for each frequency. So around 3 kilohertz it would be 1 second, around 1.5 it would be 0.7 seconds, and so on. I guess you get the idea. So this sort of effect is useful when you want something, say, that's in between a delay and a reverb. So it's not as transparent as a reverb, but it's also not as obvious as a standard delay. So it has this nice, almost granular feel to it. Of course, we can just totally smear the spectrum, like so. And if we disable the dry signal, you can get things like this. So I find that I myself use this effect a lot recently. In my newest track I use at least 5 instances of it. And so let me show you, like, sound device wise where it can be useful. So say we have a guitar, so that's without, well, obviously that's without this effect. That's with. So you can get very interesting, like, sound designy, soundscapey, ambient things with it that I don't think you can get with other types of effects. Then let's say we have a piano. With so instant ambient. Just put some distortion on top and you get very nice soundscape. Or some, I don't know, chorus. One other thing you can do, if you hold down the shift button, you can edit the left and right channels separately. So you can do this for the right, for the left channel, and this for the right, and you can get very nice stereo effects. And this goes for all the other editable curves as well. Or if you have, say, like that's just some water splashing. One thing I really like to do is to turn this into a sweep. Whenever you need a sweep in your track. So what I do, I just bake the effect in. I delete the alt take. You can disable the effects. And then if you reverse it, you get instant sweep. And that's very useful for build-ups and things like that, I find. Oh, you get the idea. The download link to the plugin is below. Please check it out. Support me on Patreon if you want. Thanks, bye.